All right. So, hello. My name is
Hi.
Becca. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Claudia. I live in Camden since 1993. Haven't moved out of Camden. I have lived in different places of Camden, South Camden, North Camden, and now I'm currently in East Camden. And I have all my kids been born in Camden City. They have been raised. They have been going to school in Camden City.
That's perfect. Yeah. And do you want to tell us kind of about your life experiences within Camden? So, you did mention your kids go to school in Camden.
Yes. They actually never went to a public school. They went to
Okay.
charter schools. Well, my older kids, they are 24. They went to Leap Academy and then they went to Camden Promise. They graduated from Camden Promise. One of my kids already graduated Stockton University. My daughter's currently going to school. She also went to Camden Promise and now she's in Camden County College. So she's also staying in the city, going to school here. My son, he used to work for the city of Camden as a lifeguard, one of my other kids. He was a lifeguard for the city of Camden during a summer program. And I mean, they all been here, but they all actually have done things in Camden.
And you were born in Nicaragua?
Yes, I was
And
born in Nicaragua until I was 13. Then I came here.
awesome. And how do you compare life here as compared to life in Nicaragua?
Well, it's very different.
Yeah.
It is Nicaragua life. It's more freedom. I mean, we have big yards. We have all kinds of animals on our yard. I remember we had dogs and cats. We have rabbits. We have pigs growing in our backyard. We have big trees. So in here, we're not allowed to have all those pets in our house, and the space is very limited. So it is a life experience. It's a life changing. When you come over here, it's very very different.
Hmm.
So you have to adjust yourself to the new way of living.
Yeah. How would you say you compare kind of now versus when you first moved to Camden?
Well, now I see the city's growing.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of changes, which are very positive. Back when I came, it was shocking at first because, especially because I came during the winter. Nicaragua, it's summer all year round. Here, it's not. So when I came in December. So it was very shocking from the first start. Then it gets dark really early. The days go really short. I feel like the days were really short compared to over there, and there was really nothing to do. But now, my life is here. My kids are here. I love the city. I work in the city, and I see all the changes. I feel like it's getting better.
Mhm.
It's more safe to be in the city of Camden. I mean, I never had a problem, thank God. Like I said, I have lived in North Camden, South Camden, East Camden. I never had any issues. And I never felt unsafe. But I feel like it just depends how you move around, how you work in the city, or how the relationship you have with the city. That's how you feel. So I never felt insecure or being in danger in the city. So I always feel like it's fine.
That's
No.
good. Good. I'm glad that you feel that it's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. Like I go anywhere. I love that everything is close by. The corner stores, like
Yeah.
supermarkets, everything is really close by within walking distance because a lot of our people don't have a vehicle or, they need public transportation. So everything I feel like in the city of Camden, it's close by. The hospitals, we have 3 hospitals like really a short distance of each other. The people can just walk in the hospital. They don't have to like run, wait half an hour or drive half an hour to a hospital. The schools are close by. Like we have the aquarium. We have all these things available to us, universities, colleges, within the city. So I feel like it's really growing and it's becoming a very interesting city.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like hearing about the positive
Yes.
that you've you find in Camden and the growth that it's making?
Mhm.
Or how do you use water? And how does it affect your life and what you do? So we do have two rivers really close, the Delaware and Cooper.
Mhm.
And do you feel that you have a relationship with these rivers or water in general?
I don't feel I walk to in Cooper River Park.
Mhm.
I would love that we'd be able to use the water better, and maybe like have like a river where the kids can jump in and play in the water. That will be awesome. But I still feel like it's good that we have them close by, and the kids can practice like kayaking or fishing. There are activities that they can still do in the water. Um, I do use water. I love gardening now. Like that's my hobby in the summer.
Do you want to tell us a little bit more about your experience with on-water activities, such as fishing, kayaking, you had mentioned?
Yes, I actually never been in the water. Well, I actually did kayaking once when I went on vacation to Costa Rica a few years ago. So it was a good experience, but I never done it in Camden until this year when my son started working at the Center for Aquatic Science. So I went to kayaking. It was actually fun. I went with my 5-year-old, and it was very, very good. It was a very fun experience. It was funny because I felt like I was gonna fall, and I was laughing, and it was really a really good experience. I can recommend it to anyone, even for the little kids. Like I said, my 5-year-old was in there with me, and she loved it. She wanted to be in it and be part of it. So it's really fun, and you get to see the river. You get to see the city because you can kayak around the river. So it was fun.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you had a positive experience with
Yes.
that. Do you want to explain a little bit about how you were feeling before getting on the river, and compare that to how you felt afterwards?
Well, at first, like to me, when you look at the river, you think it's dirty, because I never been in it. I never actually even been close to it until when I went kayaking. So I was a little skeptical going in the water, but then after it was fine. Like it's a river. It's not gonna kill you. There's nothing. There's nothing wrong in there. It's just water and dirt and. So it was fun. Like
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I will do it again. So it was a very nice experience.
Oh, yay. I'm so glad. And if you could regularly access the river, what else would you like to do? Are there any other activities that you would like to try?
Maybe fishing.
Okay.
I never done fishing, so fishing will be fun.
Okay.
So like, will be nice if we can actually get in the water, like in Nicaragua. In Nicaragua, we have a lot of rivers, so we'll just go and swim and play in the water. But here, the rivers are different. We're not meant for swimming. But it will be fun if maybe in the future they can get the water clean enough for the kids of the city to be able to access the river and play in the water.
And be able to swim.
Right.
Yeah.
Have programs for swimming and things like that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And would you like to express any ways that you yourself have been positively or negatively affecting the river as of today?
I haven't. Well, I recycle. I mean, I push that in my kids and my family, my friends. I always stay focused on my recycling and separating my trash and not throwing trash on the street or in the city, because I feel like this is the only way that we can get our city to be better.
Mhm.
If we do it ourselves and we teach our little ones to do it. So I think that's the way I'm helping a little bit, not throwing trash or not, putting all the recycle with the trash. That's just my little help.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
and do you think, just seeing compared to when you first moved to Camden, do you feel that in general there's less trash near the river or on the river?
yes, definitely. I see a lot of growing. A lot, like now I see the new arts being put in place in the city.
Mhm.
The new parks that are being created near the water. So yes, I do see definitely the changes. And like I said, I see the cities growing. I think in the future it will be a really, really awesome city.
Awesome. And then just our final question, what do you love about Camden? You've mentioned a few things, but is there anything else that you wanted to mention that
I just love being able to have everything close by. My family lives in the city, so I love that we're close by. You know, it's our even our police department. I feel like now you feel safe approaching a police department, a police officer anywhere, as compared to before. So I think like I love my city in general. Like I said, I've been living in the city for almost 30 years, and I feel it's becoming a wonderful city. So there's really nothing negative I could say. I mean, there are some negatives, but if we focus on the negative, then we're never going to see the positive. So I'd rather not talk about the negative and just the positive, and we can always make the changes necessary so there's no more negative.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Claudia.
You're welcome.